It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. The fans are filling the seats in Orlando, the site of our broadcast, and where the Magic will be going up against the Denver Nuggets. Well, for Denver, they're in 7th place in the West right now, and as we've gotten into mid-season, they're looking like much the same team they were last season. At least, that's what their record would indicate. And tonight, get ready for some highlights. 2 lightning-quick, high-flying clubs. Kenny, when you have teams as athletic as these, how can one side carve out an advantage?
Poise. That's it. You want to be athletic, but you also want to be level-headed. You got to have a combination of the two. You got to execute your plays, and you just don't rely on your physical gifts because that could be detrimental.
And not only that, AMB, FAE.
What's that?
Avoid mistakes, be fast and efficient.
Wow. FMB.
Where do you come up with that?
FAE?
AMB, FAE.
Okay.
Avoid mistakes,
Okay.
be fast and efficient.
God, man, that's quick and fast and
It's
hurry.
going to be an exciting matchup. That's what I was trying to say.
Okay.
You're the first person who's ever said that.
AMB, FAE.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
We're coming at you from the beautiful Amway Center in downtown Orlando, Florida, home of the Magic. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, to this broadcast of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. And, of course, Emmanuel Mudiay. I think they're still searching for someone to step to the plate.
And Kevin, he was an important player for him. I think more than people give him credit for that. And that's not to say the trade was a mistake, but this is a guy they'll miss.
And before we get going, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Frank Vogel. David, what do you have to say?
Okay, Kevin, thanks very much. He told me he's anticipating just as tough a game today as the first time they met this team, a result that did not go their way. He said, "We know we're in the underdog role against these guys, and that's fine by us. We welcome the challenge." Well, let's see if they're up to it. Kevin?
Thank you, David. There is no shortage of athleticism in this one tonight, Clark. Both these teams just incredibly athletic on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, I agree with you there, partner. I mean, they cover so much ground, and they cover it quickly because of the length and speed they have as teams. I mean, excellent length on both sides of the ball in this one, and they play to their strengths, and that's length and athleticism.
Tip-off goes to Denver. Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. Chandler at small forward with Millsap the 4. Murray out there with Will Barton. And it's Jokic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Chandler. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Drills the elbow jumper. Jokic has got the first points of the night for the Nuggets. Now Augustine. Pick by Vucevic. And Augustine kicks to Fournier. Vucevic setting the pick for Ross. Back to Fournier. Just 4 to shoot. Yep, that one goes in there.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Pass to Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
Ooh, a forceful finish from the big fella.
Well, with a player for that size, you'd think he'd make the highlight reel more often.
Yeah, you know, he just appears to lack an edge at times in his game. I mean, he can be too passive and reluctant on the court.
Augustine from outside. Denver grabs the miss. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, nowhere near at their best throughout the course of that game. A scrappy performance, but in the end, just not enough.
Yeah, a lot of character on display, a lot of guts. You're right. Even as shaky as they were, I would guess they felt they let one get away from them.
Now here's Barton. 11-point game his last outing. Wide open look here for Murray. It's good from long range.
Talk about a great start. 3 of 3 from the field to get the game going. They're cooking with gas, folks.
Augustine dishes to Fournier. He kicks it to Gordon. Passes it to Augustine. Gordon a screen. Vucevic up top. Millsap covering. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Fournier's shot is off. The Nuggets have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Murray the pass to Barton. Millsap a screen on Fournier. Inside and stolen by Gordon. Here's Ross, and Ross with the slam.
Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. When his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Now here's Murray, headed by Augustine. Murray kicks to Barton. Chandler a screen. 5 to shoot. Here's Jokic. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
For 3, Fournier. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And Fournier has been an absolutely lights-out long-distance shooter. Every season he's been in the league.
Ross against Chandler. Back to Jokic. Shoots over Vucevic. Another miss by Jokic.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Textbook defense all around. Nice job at contesting the shot without fouling, and that's how you do it. Well done.
Jokic sets the screen for Murray. Looking to end the run. Another miss by Jokic.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Here's Augustine. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Ross for 3. That's Jokic with the rebound. The Nuggets trail. Knocked away. Here's Chandler. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Orlando's gone, just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first.
This summer, a new front office taking over in Orlando after a rebuild effort that stretched back 5 seasons. Magic fans hoping they can get things headed in the right direction now.
Now here's Vucevic. He had 13 points in the win against Atlanta.
And equally impressive on the backboards. I thought his rebounding was huge.
For Denver, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. And for the Magic, do you think hiring a new GM will get the team headed, Clark, in the right direction?
Well, that's a good question, but I think that's a start. And again, alignment is so key when you talk about organizational success, from your ownership through your president, general manager, coaching staff. Everybody has to be committed to their alignment and culture. Their current structure has some overlap between business and basketball operations. I think that all has to be smoothed out. But one step at a time, one brick at a time.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
Fournier dishes to Vucevic. Count it, good. Vucevic has got his first points of the night.
Sometimes, quite simply, getting a hand in the face of Vucevic is not enough. He doesn't buckle when the defense tightens up.
Jokic a screen. Barton against Fournier. Barton kicks to Murray. Pass to Jokic. Clock at 6. Ross against Chandler. Here's Jokic. Second chance shot. Millsap misses.
Boy, the defense did an awesome job there, Kevin. Big time work. Really distracting them, throwing off the shot. That's how you do it on D.
Augustine. The shot will not fall. And it's Denver the other way. Last time they met was in Denver.
And the previous meeting was a win for them and a huge day for the bench. The reserves really stepped it up with their scoring.
Greg, we know how important it is when you can go to your reserves without much drop-off in production. Gives you a big advantage. I know they'd love to see that again tonight.
Now here's Fournier following the miss by Jokic. Augustine, that's good.
Yeah, and Augustine continues to get it done from deep, Kevin. A consistent three-ball shooter who gets his shot up in a hurry.
Murray, the pass to Chandler. Denver keeps it going, a new 24-second shot clock. And Barton throws it down.
And that's how you move the basketball. Awesome passing leading to the bucket.
Vucevic setting the pick for Fournier. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Fournier's got 7 points. The Nuggets trail by 3. Murray with it. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Pelicans in New Orleans. Millsap misses.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Now here's Ross. Gordon kicks to Ross. No good on the 3. Denver's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. For 3, Murray. And it's Orlando with the rebound. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
Yeah, you know what? The waters were calm for most of the game. I mean, little resistance. Felt like they could get any look they wanted at any time.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. You always talk about what a good shot is from time to time. Clark, how would you define a good shot in the context of an offensive possession?
To me, Kevin, a good shot is a shot that a guy can make 60 to 80% of the time when he takes it. Whether that's a three-point shot, your post-up moves, your mid-range jump shots. Those are quality shots. And then the other piece of it is you don't want to take a lot of contested shots. You can make them as a pro, but good shots are shots you can make 60 to 80% of the time, and usually that means you're getting open shots versus contested shots.
Up again, and it's put back in by Fareed.
Great job of crashing the offensive glass. He stayed with it. That's hard-nosed, tough basketball.
And Aflalo kicks to Mack. They set the pick. Dishes it to Simmons. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Hernan Gomez passes to Harris. Out of bounds. Orlando takes possession. And here we can now take a look at how the ratio was between the 3s and the 2s last season for the Nuggets.
And the three-pointer was their preferred weapon. It can be a risky strategy, but it's one that more and more teams have embraced over the years.
Magic leading by 3. Mack dishes to Spates. Plumlee with the steal. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Harris against the Aflalo. Plumlee with the screen. Oh, Fareed in position, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east. Already we are in December. To take a look at the Cavaliers. They hold the first place spot in the conference just right where they want to be. They've got momentum. And of course the Orlando Magic. Not really any threat right now as their record showing a lot more losses.
And when I look at Orlando, hanging where they are, right in the middle of the standings, will not make things easy for them down the stretch.
Well, it figures to be a hectic finish to the season as they attempt to lock down a postseason berth. They've got very little margin for error the rest of the way.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Aflalo, that's good.
Really easy to appreciate Isaac, Kevin. I mean, a solid teammate who's always ready to share the sugar.
On the wing, Harris. And it's sent back by Spates. And Simmons kicks to Mack. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. And now it's an 8-point Orlando lead.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Down low. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. And here is the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's top rebounding teams this season. The Nuggets, number 1.
They are tenacious when it comes to attacking the backboard. Physical, smart, and determined. No surprise to see them at the top of the ranking.
Harris passes to Hernan Gomez. Harris outside. He feeds it to Fareed. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far. And so here's Orlando. 6-point game. Spates sets a screen. Mack dishes to Afflalo. Orlando moving the ball around. The pass to Mack. 6 on the shot clock. A 3-ball. That one no good. The Nuggets trail by 6. Hernan Gomez kicks to Harris. A 3-pointer no good. On offense, here are the Magic. They're on a 14-6 run. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the Nuggets over the past few seasons have done a great job as an organization of collecting talent.
And with that steady approach, they've been able to develop a star with Jokic. The Nuggets took a very disciplined approach to building this team, and you can see the depth they enjoy, and it all starts with the job this front office has done.
No good on the free throw. And for the young players on the Magic, how much tougher is it to develop when a team is continually changing their coaching staff?
Well, Kevin, we've seen it. I mean, when you have multiple turnover, particularly in key front office or coaching positions, that's very difficult for the players. It's disorienting. 4 different coaches in the last 3 years. At some point, you have to set your anchor and sail accordingly.
And he sinks the second. Here's Harris. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Left side, Harris. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts. There's 38 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Mack, the pass to Simmons. Spates sets a screen for Simmons. Here's Mack. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
For Orlando, they have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today. The first free throw is good. And Mack drops them both. The Nuggets trail by 7. And here is Harris. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. 11 seconds left here in the first quarter.
And I don't care what his size is. You cannot forget to box him out. He's just got a nose for the ball, and he is fearless in attacking the glass.
With 1 on the clock, and the quarter ends with some stifling defense right there. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Magic lead by 5. 2K Sports, back in a moment from the Amway Center. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And when you consider how the Magic are doing, what do you think?
They've gotten that perimeter game going in that first, and for me, that was the difference.
Yep, firing with confidence and rhythm, Greg. I mean, not allowing the defense to take a break.
Here's Mack. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court for Orlando, Shelvin Mack is out there at the front. Then it's Simmons. Then there's Maurice Spates, and it's Isaac in at the forehand.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And the NBA has had coaches who are as legendary as any player. With that in mind, Clark, who is your pick as the greatest coach of all time?
Man, I can't even begin to have an answer for that one. There's some guys that jump out, though, when you think about that list. Who would be on it? Greg Popovich for sure. Phil Jackson would have to be included on that list. Fred Auerbach. Chuck Daly for the way he was able to manage his players. Pat Riley, you'd have to consider him as part of being on somebody worthy of that list as well. And I'll even go back a little farther and throw Lenny Wilkins in the mix. I thought he was really good with a number of different teams that he coached.
The Nuggets trail by 8. Harris kicks to Fareed. There's the pick. The dish to Harris. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Now here's Matt. Back to Aflalo. Goes up the baseline. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Fareed's got 4 rebounds in this game. Hernan Gomez with the ball. Now guarded by Simmons. Buries the long-range jumper.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Isaac. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Yeah, he's going to flush it every time when he's that close to the rim. You can't allow him to get that kind of position.
The Nuggets shooting 39% from the floor. Not their best. Harris kicks to Plumlee. Pass to Hernan Gomez. And it's sent back by Spates. Aflalo against Harris. Spates trying to break loose. Aflalo dishes to Spates. And here's Simmons for 3. The three-pointer is right on target. And the Magic lead by 10. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the Magic.
Well, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
And also, how about the fact defensively, they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
It was beautiful the first time, but Under Armour showing us the replay of that tremendous alley-oop again. Another unleash chaos moment. Now here's Matt. He has 5. For 3, Harris. And it's Orlando with the rebound.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. On the wing, Harris. Here's Plumlee, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish.
Maybe that'll help them recapture their edge a little bit, guys.
Simmons sets a screen for Aflalo. Again, Aflalo missing.
And, you know, even with him struggling, they're still up. But they need him to find his rhythm soon.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Now here's Matt. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Harris against Aflalo. Over Harris. Aaron Aflalo again. Aflalo's got 4 points this quarter. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
Yeah, you can sense he wasn't happy with how things are going here. Probably looking to change it up a bit.
Nothing wrong with that. You got to be flexible. When something isn't working, you adjust, you modify, you go to something else. That's what the best coaches do.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando.
A moment here to see the numbers for Will Barton. He's averaging 11 points a game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And you look at those numbers, not bad, but guys, I think he can do better, and he knows it.
And he has high expectations for himself as well, guys, but he just hasn't delivered fully on his potential yet.
And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession.
And with a moment, let's check out the stats for Vucevic. Over the last month, he has been spectacular. 9th in blocks, and he's among the top 15 in rebounding. Just a powerful presence in the paint.
And his ability to patrol the lane is a difference maker for that team. Exceptional timing and anticipation. That's why he's a top 10 shot blocker. Now here's Chandler. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now he averages nearly 12 points a game. Millsap has the open look. And again, Denver no good. Magic leading by 8.
Well, you know, as the NBA continues to change, Nikola Vucevic is an interesting case study. He's got the skill level for today's game, but the question is, does he have the mobility? He's not that quick of foot, and that's been problematic for him.
3 on the clock. His first shot coming late. Millsap grabs the miss.
Well, I like the defense there. Right up in his grill, didn't give him a chance.
And then Gordon with the dunk.
Really impressive seeing a guy like Vucevic carve up the defense with his peripheral vision and passing. So good at spotting the open man.
And more than ever before, the NBA requires big men to cover a lot of ground. Vucevic looking to keep up.
Yeah, Vucevic, I think, is really a terrific rebounder and passer, and you can see all of his positives. He can score on the block and make the three-point shot. I think it's just a matter of him consistently tying all of that together.
The shot's good from Fournier.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Barton kicks to Millsap. He doesn't hit that one. Gordon with the defensive effort. Millsap with the steal. Deep 2 from Murray. Vucevic with the rebound. Vucevic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Now Augustine. His last outing, he had 8 points. Kicks to Vucevic and stolen by Murray. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
Has not made another 3 since the one he drilled in the first, but still, you got to defend him from beyond the arc.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact, straightforward call, simple.
Orlando shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
That one is off. Well, Clark, you've been in the booth for so long, but I have to ask, have you ever toyed with the idea of coaching or working in some team's front office? I know you did briefly for the Pacers.
Yeah, I did, and I enjoyed it. I was working in player relations, player development with our guys off the court, and loved it. But it just wasn't something I could sustain at this season in my life. Not interested in coaching. Have never really been, because my career path went towards broadcasting right after I got done playing, and I paid my dues and have grown in this profession. And I would want to do the same thing in coaching, and I just don't have enough time in front of me to do that. So I'm happy to be around the game in this capacity. Coaching never lets up. I get an off season as a broadcaster.
Yes.
Shooting 2.
And he can't get the first one. And he's good on the second. The Magic leading by 11. Here's Augustine. Here's Gordon, and it's sent back by Millsap.
Pretty cool to see Millsap turn shots back. I mean, he's a mobile, athletic, big man who is taking pride in his defensive work.
Now here's Murray. He dishes it to Millsap. Stolen by Gordon. And up the court come the Magic on the break. And stolen by Barton. Chandler outside. And again, Denver no good.
But sometimes it's more about what the defense is doing. On that possession, they were all over him on the perimeter.
And Evan Fournier out of France. His father was a judo champion.
And, you know, Fournier is conscious of European players' reputation for being more finesse, soft, if you will. And I think he's done a nice job being aggressive and getting himself to the free throw line by playing a more physical game. I think at 6'7", he wants to dispel that reputation as being a finesse guy.
And he knocks down the first one.
And Fournier is highly skilled, a crafty European talent who's really fearless when it comes to shooting the basketball.
And so Fournier nails both of them. Clark, we've seen the bench celebration become almost an art form in the NBA over the past few seasons. Are you surprised this is a thing now?
Not at all. Again, when everything is captured and documented, and you're going to have creativity and attention-grabbing celebration, so it's just part of the landscape.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
And when you take a look at that shot chart, the amount of misses lately, really unbelievable.
Yeah, a lot of blanks there. Can't hit a thing. Has to be deflating.
Now here's Murray. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Shot clock at 6. Millsap fires, nails the wide open jump shot. Orlando leading by 11. Vucevic setting the pick for Augustine. Feeds it to Vucevic. Back to Augustine. Here's Ross. And it's sent back by Millsap. Here's Murray. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Orlando's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Ross against Chandler. Here's Fournier. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it. Fournier's got 13.
Really like to see Fournier go with the mid-range jump shot. This guy's a high percentage shooter, particularly from that spot on the floor.
Now here's Millsap. 9-point game his last outing.
And when you talk about just a natural basketball player, I think you got to envision a guy like Paul Millsap. He just does it all. He's got the skill level and versatility at that power forward position. And in this league today, you have to be able to impact the game the way he does.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And you look at all the different things that Paul Millsap does for you on the court, Greg. Don't forget about the defensive end of the floor, too.
Yeah, great point. And all defense selection, one of the great big men in league history in terms of getting steals. Just unbelievable hands. And you know what? He epitomizes consistency when you look at the course of his career.
And so Paul Millsap nails both of them.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
Here's Murray after the Magic pick up 2. Barton outside. Murray with it, and there's the feed to Chandler. Millsap a screen. Clock at 6. Murray for 3. Jokic. It's hauled in by the Magic. Vucevic has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Gordon. Oh!
My goodness. And, you know, it's clear that Gordon is one of the best dunkers in the game, always looking to bring the thunder.
The Nuggets trail by 15. Murray for 3. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got his 8th rebound here tonight.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter.
Now here is Augustine. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. Gordon inside. Millsap covering. And Vucevic kicks to Ross. Passes it to Fournier. And another shot. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. The Nuggets shooting a cool 28% in the second quarter. And again, Denver no good. Here's Orlando now. They're on a 14-5 run here. And Augustine kicks to Fournier. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Fournier's got 8 here in the quarter.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
The Nuggets trail by 17. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Gordon against Millsap. Back to Barton. Fires the 3. That shot is off. So Orlando will take it the other way. They've got the Hawks ahead of them in their next game, and it's in Atlanta. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. For a young player, Clark, it's adjusting to the speed of the NBA and the length of the schedule. So how do you power through that rookie wall? How do you survive that?
Well, there's no magic formula, Kevin. You just have to stay the course because it comes in different times for different players. For me, it was after about 60 games. I was a starter playing 34, 35 minutes a game. So it was a combination of fatigue and just getting used to 2.5 times more games than I had ever played in my career. So you fight through it, stay with your habits, stay with your preparation, and eventually you find your legs.
First free throw is good.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Spates checked in for Vucevic. Isaac comes in for Gordon. Simmons checked in for Terrence Ross. And Shelvin Max subbed in for Augustine. And so Fournier nails both of them. 1:57 left in the first half. Harris kicks to Fareed. And here is Harris. Screen by Fareed. Harris up top. He's guarded by Fournier. He kicks it to Simmons. Over Plumlee. A second chance effort. Simmons left side. Shoots from 12. And he nails the jumper. Simmons got 6.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
So it's Denver now after the Magic pick up 2. Harris passes to Plumlee, and good coming on the assist from Devin Harris. Harris has got 5 assists in the game. Now here's Matt. He's got 5. Pass to Simmons. Here's Isaac. Hernan Gomez covering. Offensive rebound. The Nuggets trail by 19. To the paint. It's tipped. Plumlee over Simmons. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. Orlando's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Mag dishes to Simmons. Over Plumlee. Here's Spates. Another shot. Rebound by the Nuggets. Fareed's got his 5th rebound in this one. Now Simmons. Here's Fournier. And Fareed sends it back. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Magic out in front, leading by 17. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. Aaron, you all have played at a high level so far. What has worked for you?
We're just sticking to the game plan. Our coaches really drew up something good for us. They wrote it out, and we're sticking to it, and we're executing very well.
Yeah, that's obvious the way you all have played. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Ernie Johnson joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports.
Been working out.
It was a closely contested first quarter for Orlando. They never dug too deep a hole for themselves in the first period. The most they trailed by was 5. They just exploded in the second quarter, grabbing the momentum and running with it. Basket after basket, and they played stingy defense. Now they've got a halftime lead that's going to be very difficult to erase. What did you think, Kenny, about what we saw from the Magic?
I love how they opened the game up. They pushed the ball up court at every opportunity, and they put the defense on their heels. But it wasn't just a track meet. It was a well-thought-out strategy that the coaches had way beforehand. We'll see what adjustments get made to try to stop their transition game in the second half.
And you, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Nuggets.
They relied way too heavily on the three-point shot in the first half. Their long-range game was off. That's my off sound, Ernie. They were off. But they still settle for the outside shots. They got to put more pressure on the defense by pounding it inside and attacking the basket.
And that will conclude our halftime presentation. We take you back to Kevin Harlan for the second half.
Welcome back, folks. The downtown skyline of Orlando, Florida, looking especially striking tonight. Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. Nice game. Great performance by Evan Fournier.
Yeah, he's really been catching the defense off guard so far here in this game, racking up a bunch of trips to the line.
Yeah, and you know what? I like the fact that he's staying in aggressive attack mode. I mean, forcing the issue, making the defense fouling.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. Orlando leading by 17. Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. Down low, it's Millsap and Jokic. Will Barton is out there with Murray. And it's Chandler in at the 3, the small forward. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Man, that's just an example and display of strength from Vucevic. I mean, just overpowering whoever's in his path.
This is his 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And up to this point on the season, he's set a pace of right around 73% when he gets to the line.
And I think it's clear he's gotten better in that department since last season. I mean, he looks a lot more comfortable at the line now, and he's getting better results.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
The free throw drops for Vucevic.
Boy, you look at the wingspan of Vucevic, and it covers a lot of territory. Not many defenders catch up to his release. And his mere presence on defense is disruptive.
Chandler, no good.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
The Nuggets shooting about 35% from the floor. Not much falling for them. Millsap a screen on Fournier. Here's Chandler. That doesn't go either for Chandler.
Well, you see the struggles he's having getting anything to go.
Yeah, I'm sure he's frustrated, Greg, because nothing is falling right now. But he's going to keep chipping away at it, and that's the attitude. Stay with it.
Now here's Chandler. The tray. The Nuggets with another miss.
And, you know, Kevin, this team is struggling a bit right now. I mean, I hope he can find his rhythm and start making his shots out there soon. Otherwise, ...
And Augustine kicks to Fournier. Here's Vucevic. He has 5. Just 3 to shoot. And it's sent back by Millsap. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. Ugh, ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track. And a name that a lot of NBA teams were in on this past offseason was Paul Millsap. His ability to shoot from outside and play in the post was wanted all over the league, and the Nuggets were the team ultimately that was able to land it.
Offensively, the struggles continue. 0 for 5 to start the half.
The Magic again can't hit. Denver's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Murray, the pass to Barton. Jokic kicks to Murray. Over Augustine. And it's Murray, that time on the assist by Jokic. Murray's got 5.
Love whenever Murray goes straight up with the jump shot off the pass. I mean, he's really good at reading the defense and really good at quick shooting.
Now here's Ross. He's got 8. And Vucevic kicks to Fournier. Over Millsap. Hits the front of the rim and out. The Nuggets trail by 20. Chandler inside the line. Ross grabs the board.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
And stolen by Murray. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it. Aaron Aflalo. He's checked in for Evan Fournier. Magic leading by 20. And they're pushing it up. Here's Barton. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Did a good job guarding the mid-range. Extended out nicely and definitely bothered the shot.
And he just punishes the D for falling asleep at the wheel.
Yeah, a little disorganized that time. And the result, 2 points in the loudest way possible.
Guys, there has to be better rim protection than that, though. Not very good.
Denver calls timeout.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
Absolutely, Greg. I mean, they're getting crushed, killed, hammered, pulverized in the post.
We take a second here to take a look at the shot chart for the Magic.
And everything he's touched has turned to gold. If you are on defense, you have to make sure all 5 players know exactly where he is at all times, because if he gets a sliver of a look, he'll get it done.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Chandler's shot, good.
He can be dangerous from outside. Sure, he didn't get one to go in the first, but we know he can get on a roll and knock him down.
Now here is Augustine. He's got 5. Ross dishes to Vucevic. Back to Ross. Here's Gordon. Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Murray, good. Murray's got 7 points in the game.
And the confidence oozing from Murray. Just so efficient from the interior.
Augustine with it to the inside. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
All right, a chance to check out the stats for Murray. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's putting up 9 points a game, 7 assists, and 2 rebounds. And you look at those numbers, not bad, but guys, I think he can do better, and he knows it.
And he has high expectations for himself as well, guys, but he just hasn't delivered fully on his potential yet.
Now here's Millsap. He's got 6, and the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play. So we'll see Paul Millsap go to the line here. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon. The Nuggets have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
One shot.
And Clark, you were around Coach Frank Vogel quite a bit during his run as head coach of the Pacers. When you look back on it, what stands out?
His preparation. He's an eager learner. He's meticulous in his detail. He's even-keeled and extremely positive. I think he's an outstanding. Talk about bringing it. You know, Terrence Ross is a former dunk contest champion. Ross has major levitation time.
That Unleash Chaos Under Armour replay really giving us a good look at the action. Murray kicks to Millsap. Ross with a steal. And now Orlando on the break. Here's Gordon. Makes it off the glass. Gordon's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for Orlando.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Dishes it to Barton. Millsap left side. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And while we've got a moment, let's check out the best defenses in the NBA. 4th, the Nuggets.
This is a team that takes pride on the defensive side of the floor. I mean, they play hard and they play together. They are a tough group to score on.
Free throw dropped for Millsap.
Tell you what, Paul Millsap, one of my favorite players because he's so effective, scores at an efficient clip, rebounds the ball well, and defends multiple positions too. He gives you everything.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Spates checked in for Vucevic. Isaac comes in for Ross. And Max subbed in for Augustine. Harris is checked in for Denver. Harris comes in for Jamal Murray. He hits both from the stripe. The Magic leading by 16. And here is Mack. 5 points in the game. He feeds it to Spates. Over Jokic. Bank shot. No good. Denver's gone into a slump here from 3-point range. Shooting just 1 of 5 here in the 3rd. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Nice open look, but it's no good. Orlando's gotten blank from 3-point land so far in the 3rd. Still 0 for 3. There's the pass to Spates. The 3 from Aflalo. A second chance effort. Back to Spates. He's off on that one. Good work defensively by Millsap. Harris inside the line. And good coming on the assist from Devin Harris. Harris has got 6 assists here tonight. The Magic shooting well. They're at 45%. Now here's Mack. And it's sent back by Millsap. Count it, and the Orlando lead has been cut down now to just 12 on the basket from Chandler. Harris against Aflalo. Spates sets a screen. Aflalo kicks to Spates. Looking to get it going. Aflalo, no good.
Well, at best, the defense was average. I mean, he must make sure to finish these layups. Got to make those.
Harris passes to Harris. Back to Harris. The dish now to Harris. 6 on the shot clock. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by the Magic. 22 is their biggest lead. Gordon with a screen on Harris. Aflalo dishes to Gordon. And Aflalo kicks to Gordon. Back to Aflalo. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. Chandler outside. Pass to Harris. Fires from deep. Chandler, no good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Millsap's got his 6th rebound on the night. That's tipped, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Chandler. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You look at Golden State. They like where they stand right now, perched in that topmost position. And, of course, the Nuggets, 7.5 games behind.
And I think for Denver, they had the kind of hot and cold start that we've kind of come to expect. Nothing that would indicate they're in for any kind of a breakout season.
And, you know, perhaps with a roster move or two later on, Greg, they can start to break out of that pack.
Simmons on the wing. Hernan Gomez covering. The Nuggets trail by 12. Lays it up and banks it in. Hernan Gomez has got 6.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Orlando's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Spates with a screen on Harris. And he dunks it after the pick frees him up.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And, Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Fareed, good, and Harris gets the assist. He's got 6.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Here's Spates. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Spates has got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
They set the pick. Screen by Fareed. Lets a floater go. Harris kicks to Fareed. He dishes it to Harris. Feeds to Harris. To the paint. Wants to get it to Fareed and does. And that one is off. 1:19 left to play in the third. Aflalo against Harris. Back to Mack. Pass to Isaac. Sinks that one from the post. And the Magic lead by 14.
And Isaac really a big-time player on the interior. When he's near the basket, he's looking to score the ball.
Simmons against Harris. And Plumlee kicks to Hernan Gomez. Screen by Fareed. Off the screen. And the basket by Harris. Harris has got 4 points in the quarter.
In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
It sure is, Greg. It might be the strongest aspect of their offense here.
Kicks it to Simmons. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Simmons got his 3rd basket of the night.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Now Harris, Plumlee with the screen. Here's Hernan Gomez, but they'll get another chance. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Magic lead by 14. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. Now let's listen in to Frank Vogel's huddle.
Playing for each other. You're scary good when you do it. What we've done to this point means nothing. We need a strong fourth quarter.
That's Frank Vogel giving his guys some praise, but much work left to be done here.
Yeah, I mean, he's reminding them why they're in this position right now. It's unselfish basketball, and it can take them the rest of the way.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Augustine and Fournier are in the backcourt. Isaac out there with Simmons, and it's Spates in at center. That's who's out there for Orlando. Pass to Isaac. Now the feed to Fournier. They set the pick. Outside for Simmons. Kept alive Orlando. Goes back up. And it's laid in by Fournier. Fournier's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Magic. Harris passes to Plumlee. Back to Harris. Now Hernan Gomez. They get it again. Plumlee dishes to Fareed. They shoot again. Orlando grabs the miss. Isaac's got his fourth rebound in this one.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
Fournier for three. Doesn't go that time. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Up next for them is the Pacers in Indianapolis. They're in the midst of this long six-game road trip. That will be game 4.
And guys, that's his game. I mean, battling in the paint and cashing in on those second chance opportunities.
And Greg cashing in hard. I mean, man, oh man, he puts an exclamation point on that dunk.
Yes.
Guys, that's the only way he knows how to do it. Soft, I don't even think is in his vocabulary.
And here they come. In the corner, it's Harris. Nails the corner three.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second three of the game.
The Magic leading by 11. Here's Augustine. And Fournier kicks to Augustine. The Magic again can't hit.
And, you know, even though they're up, he's been off his game this quarter, having trouble finding the basket.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Fournier, and it's sent back by Plumlee. Harris against Fournier. Harris kicks to Harris. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Pass to Isaac. Fournier against Harris. And Fournier kicks to Augustine. Over Harris, and it's sent back by Plumlee. And he recovers it. Augustine, that's good.
And I think this is an area where Augustine is deadly, a high percentage mid-range shooter.
And it's DJ Augustine with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Magic making a switch here. Vucevic is checked in. The Nuggets also changing it up. Barton's checked in for Gary Harris. And it's Jamal Murray in for Harris. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Now here's Murray, guarded by Augustine. Hernan Gomez kicks to Plumlee. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
Boy, I tell you, he has been lights out. Sadly, they're still behind. He needs his guys to step up.
So for the Magic, Aaron Gordon comes in for Isaac, and Terrence Ross is subbed in for Jonathan Simmons. Denver also making some changes. Paul Millsap's checked in for Kenneth Faried, and Wilson Chandler's subbed in for Juan Hernan-Gomez.
One shot.
That's good from Plumlee. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Here's Ross. Off the left rim and out. The Nuggets trail by 10. Chandler outside. Pass to Barton. Chandler against Ross. 6 on the shot clock. Floats one. Rebounded by Vucevic.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Clearly a frustrating missed opportunity there. Perfect screen. Got him the space he needed, but he bricked it.
Hits the three-point bomb. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Denver?
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
They have, but you also can't overlook how well they've defended the rim, as they've challenged every shot and also gotten quite a few blocks as well.
Magic leading by 5. Augustine with it. And here's Fournier. Now here is Augustine. Gordon a screen. He kicks it to Vucevic. Chandler with the steal. And here we go with Chandler running it up the court. Vucevic with the block.
Hey, that expansive reach of Vucevic's really helps him on the defensive end. He uses that length to really bother the confidence of shooters.
High arcing shot, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. It's going to go on Will Barton.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And the Nuggets making a change here. Jokic is checked in. Both good from the line that time. And here's Denver. They're on a 13-4 run right now. Now here's Murray. Tight defense on him. It's hauled in by Gordon. Gordon's got 11 rebounds in the game. Ross passes to Augustine. No good on the 3.
He's still looking for his first three-pointer of the second half after making just 1 in the first.
It's just been a frustrating day for him all the way around, and it's rubbed off now, I think, on the rest of the team.
Picked by Vucevic. Ross. And Ross with the slam.
And that's a case where the deceptive strength that Ross has helps him score over the defense. You can't afford to take this guy lightly.
Martin with it. Now guarded by Vucevic.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Yeah, you know what? And I think they've just got to keep on keeping on. Keep drawing contact, attacking, getting to the line. That will certainly give them a chance to get back into the game.
And the first one at the line is good. off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Good on that shot, and with that, the Magic lead is cut down to just 6 points on the bucket from Paul Millsap. Now Augustine. Pass to Vucevic. Gordon a screen. Ross dishes to Gordon. Chandler against Ross. Over Chandler. No good off the back of the rim. Here's the Nuggets with the ball. They're on a 16-6 run. Barton wide open. He fires another 3 for Denver.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Dishes to Augustine. Launches a 3. Offensive rebound. Vucevic. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
Quite honestly, Vucevic is one of the most aggressive and best rebounders in the association.
The Nuggets trail by 5. Barton kicks to Murray. And there's the pass to Jokic. The putback, Jokic on the follow.
Great job of crashing the offensive glass. He stayed with it. That's hard-nosed, tough basketball.
Augustine passes to Fournier. Back to Augustine. And the foul on Jamal Murray. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
And now the presentation of our Jordan player of the game, Evan Fournier.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Frank Vogel talk to his team during the break. He told them that for now, they have to back off of the three-point line. He said, we don't have to just shoot threes. Let's get the ball in tight for some high-percentage looks inside the paint. Back to you guys.
The selfless attitude of Vucevic, willing to put his body on the line if it means clearing out space for somebody else on his team to get a clean shot off.
Chandler a screen to tie it up. Rebound by the Magic. Vucevic has got his 16th rebound on the night.
No other way to put it. Just a rough quarter in terms of scoring. He has not been helping at all. And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
And Terrence Ross with probably his best season in 2016-17. Shot a career high from the field.
And Kevin, I think he can continue to even get better. I mean, with his bounce, I'd like to see him develop the mid-range shot in addition to his ball handling, because that's a little loose. If he tightens the ball handling up, this guy can get to the rim and become a real force offensively.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
Barton kicks to Murray. Jokic sets the screen for Murray. Here's Barton. Millsap a screen on Fournier. Pass to Jokic. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Here's Millsap. It's not going to go for him. Great D that time from Vucevic. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a three-point play opportunity.
I think that just demonstrates how gifted Fournier is. I mean, at 6'7", he's really fast and gets to the rim quickly off the drop.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And that one falls for Fournier. The Nuggets trail by 9. Barton dishes to Chandler. Millsap's against Gordon. Millsap misses. Here's Orlando now. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Augustine passes to Gordon. For the 3. And TJ Augustine good for 3. And now a 12-point Magic lead.
And that monster lead continues to grow. They are just piling it on now.
Yeah, it looks too easy for them. Almost looks too easy for them, I should say, Greg. I mean, their chemistry really, really at a high level.
And they've just tried everything to stem the tide here, but nothing seems to work.
Yeah, they can't find anything. They're lost right now. Everything working against them.
Gordon kicks to Ross. Back to Gordon. He feeds it to Fournier. Shoots over Barton. No good. Shot missing. Now Denver takes it the other way.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And that one's good. Millsap.
Yeah, you know, one of the things I like about Paul Millsap, Kevin, is he's relentless. There's no let up when he's out there. I mean, he goes after every ball.
And Augustine kicks to Ross. Tries to save it, and out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. There's 1:26 left in the fourth quarter. Murray kicks to Jokic. Barton outside. And it's blocked by Gordon.
Good defensive instincts there displayed by Gordon. Reading the shooter all the way and timing the rejection perfect.
The Nuggets trail by 10. Here's Barton. Barton missing again.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
I agree with you. Not a good shot, not good offense. They can get a much better look than that, but they're going to need to be patient to do so.
Jokic with the steal. Tipped away. Stolen by Gordon. Magic moving the ball around. 34 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Shoots from 12. And Jokic gets it to go. The assist by Barton. Jokic has got it back down to single digits for the Nuggets. Out left to the wing. Augustine with it. Ross in the corner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Chandler. Another miss by Orlando. From deep three-point range, it's off. And so it's Orlando winning this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. With Evan Fournier. Hey, Evan, does a win like tonight's against this kind of competition show you how far you've come as a team?
Yeah, sure. You know, we obviously showing progress, but we want to be a very good team. We are very ambitious.
Nothing wrong with a little ambition, Evan. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. So long, everyone.